So today I really just wanted to get into, the basis of why I started this and the basis of being in high ticket sales and what is possible and what you are capable of if you just had the right information, right? And operated off of that information. So I want to get into how you can collect $1 million in 9 months, right? And it's going to be really simple, and you guys are going to be like, there's no way. But I broke it down into about 4 or 5 things. All right. I'm going to call it 5 just for fun. Okay. But I want to let you guys know before we get into any of it, I am just a very simple human being. I have emotions. Some people call me emotional. I am not perfect. I am working on things just like everybody else. My biggest downfall right now is social media. I don't like getting in front of a camera unless it's on Zoom where I'm actually talking to people and giving value back, right? I don't like just talking into a camera. So me and my stage, that's what I am working on to get better, right? So I think the first thing that you have to understand that to collect $1 million in 9 months is as easy as ABC. Okay, that is number 1. Write this down. It is easy as ABC. What do I mean by that, though? It's not like the Jackson 5. 1, 2, 3. No, it's not like that. It is like admitting where you are and admitting that it is okay. How many people in this world, let's just say, okay, I'll use me as an example. I came in here in this industry and I got told that I had to start from the bottom, right? And I got told that I had to work my way up. And my past was I ran a business. I had $1 million as a business owner, right? And I taught a bunch of people how to do it. So to come down and humble myself and start from the bottom when I have this experience, had I not admitted it, I would not be able to grow. Right? How many people are in a position where they don't admit that they don't know everything that they should know? Well, they don't know as much as they think they know. Or they're not as good as they think they are. Most people, it's an ego thing. But once you drop that ego and you have humility and understand that you're meant to get better every time, every day, everywhere, in every direction, it's going to be so much easier to grow. Now, the point of this is not to stay the same. I'm assuming no one here on this call wants to stay the same, right?
No.
Our idea is to grow. So the first thing you need to do is admit where you are. Admit it's okay. Everyone is where they are because of every decision that they made in life. But the coolest part is you can go wherever you want in life based on the next decision you make. And that's the B. You have to believe that you can get to where you want to go. First, you have to admit where you are, and it's okay. But then you got to believe that you can get to where you want to go. I love this AI stuff. This stuff is so cool. I don't even know how it pops up, but it does. With no belief, can anyone accomplish anything in their life?
Nope.
Before anyone believes it, before any hater, before any parent, before any girlfriend, before anybody, you have to believe that you can get to wherever you want to go. And you have to believe that things can change if you make different decisions.
Yeah,
Don't
that's what I've been
drive
focused
yourself
on this
insane.
whole week.
Huh?
I say I've been focusing on belief this whole week.
Dude, you got to tell yourself, how many people wake up and tell themselves that they're in a bad mood or today sucks or they're tired? You got to tell yourself a lie from the get-go. It doesn't, like, people need confidence. Confidence comes from belief and successes, right? But successes come from belief. So the first thing you got to do is you got to believe, no matter where you are, that you can get to where you want to go. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be handed to you. But what it's going to do is going to change you. It's going to develop you. It's going to be worth it. And then the last part of that, the C, is you got to commit to the change. You got to commit to the action that you have to take. You got to commit to the road you are going down. It's easy to say it. It's easy to want it. The hardest part is doing it. Everybody on this call, when you got on a Zoom call, you had fear about spending money. But everyone on that Zoom call, do you feel like you grew when you spent that money and got over that fear?
Yeah.
Everybody. I had known everybody before you spent money, and I have known you after you spent money and dealt with me for a little bit. Everybody here, if you look at Lias is one of the most introverted IT guys you'll ever meet. When I first talked to him, super shy, super legit, super shy, super like quiet, but now the dude's on, I asked him to be active on school. He's on school all the time. He has a head on a swivel. He has goals. He's excited. But it's the growth. He admitted where he was. He believed that it can change, and he committed to it. It's just that simple. So that's the first step. The second step on collecting $1 million in 9 months is making a decision. It was August 15th, 2022. That's when my whole life, I guess, future path changed. I don't know if you guys know this, but in 2022, I had the worst year of my life. I started off, I moved in with my girlfriend who I thought I loved at the time. A month later, I got handed custody papers. I'm getting sued for custody of my daughter. A month after that, I got fired from Coca-Cola. I was making $250,000 a year for really doing nothing. And then I lost all my leverage in court, right? This guy's unemployed. But side note, in California, if the woman looks for custody and sues for custody, the man lost. I went to all these lawyers and they said, look, you got a 95% chance of losing. Save your savings, buy flights. So I said, no, I'm not going to give that idea or perspective to my daughter that I didn't fight for her. So I spent $70,000, my last $70,000 in my savings account on lawyers, all to lose, right? But fast forward like 2 months later into the summer, I'm getting flown out to different states to be a sales director, thinking I got the job. I didn't. But this whole time, this whole year, I wanted people to feel bad for me. I had a mindset of woe is me, victim mentality. Why is this happening to me? Listen to my story, pity me. But when I think like that, do you guys think I was putting out that energy? Yeah.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
people wanted to be around me? No. So like what you guys need to understand right now, it's not about what you're saying to people or the smile on your face. It's about the energy that you're giving off. It's really tough to fake that energy, right? You got to be really, 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 really good at hiding that sad, woe is me energy with a smile, right? Like, for instance, like Tiff knew, like I was on Instagram and she hit me up. She's like, is everything okay? She's like, I feel like something's going on. I couldn't hide that energy with a smile, right? And she's super intuitive and thank you for reaching out and caring. But it's the same when you're talking to people. It's the same when you're looking for a job. It's the same when you're trying to get better. It's the same when you're trying to close somebody. It's energy. So August, I got on a call with Jeremy Miner's team, and I'm unemployed at this time. I think I might have taken like some sales director role at a PEO company. I hated the industry. I just needed a job. So I got on a call with this. Do you know who Jeremy Miner is?
Yeah.
Yeah, another guru, did door to door, made $27 million in 12 years going door to door. I went door to door, so I figured I related to the guy. And don't get me wrong, his team was so cool. I talked to this guy, Luke, from Australia. Cool as shit. I got off that call. They asked me for $9,000. I was unemployed. I said, no, I'm good. I have nothing to talk to him about. I don't know. I'm good. But I got off the call and I'm like, I want to sell that. And they're like, what? So what? I'm like, the skill set of sales and the freedom that it can really induce if you do it right. And they're like, you crazy. And I'm like, no, I'm not crazy. I'm onto something. So what I did, I made a decision that day. I said, I want to do that. I got to figure out how. I got to get into that industry. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Ended up finding a company on LinkedIn. They reached out to me. And I got hired as their sales director. I was able to talk to the CEO into giving me a $6,000 salary, a 20% commission for when I close deals, overrides on everybody in the office. And then 2 weeks later, they tell me, hey, our old sales director is coming back. We don't need you. Right. And it's the beginning of the year. And I'm like, okay, things are going to change. I'm finally got my direction. I'm changing. I'm going where I want to go. God, thank you. And then, boom, we don't need you no more. What am I to do at this point? What would most people do at this point?
Give up.
Give up, find another route, look for a job at McDonald's, Taco Bell's hiring, some shit. Find a job at Marlin where it invests like that, right?
Don't do it.
But no, it was on my mind for 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks. Excuse my passion, but damn. So I call the HR guy. I'm like, yo, I need to be there. I need the energy. I need the team. I need to be in that industry. They're like, okay, come meet the sales director. And we'll see what he says. I'm like, all right, bet. On my way there, this is how I knew it was meant to be. I got a flat tire. How many people would think right away that it's meant to be if they got a flat tire on the way to the interview? Shit, no one.
No.
But Tiffany, right? But you think differently because it's literally like, yo, is it worth it? Are you worth it? Let's give you a challenge or two. And then if you think it is, then it is. I like to relate it to like the girl that you've been chasing forever and you finally get her. You're like, all right? You've been working and working and working. It's all the challenges that you go through that make it that. If things come easy, are they really worth having? No, right? It's the stuff that makes you think, the stuff that makes you go a different way, that really is worth it. So I ended up going there. They hired me. They gave me a good comp plan. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know, like, here, sit down. Here's a script. Call people into this, like, just look in this system, your number's there. I'm like, okay, cool. But the only thing I knew was people. I didn't need to know the product. I just need to know that I was excited about it. And then you reached out and I need to tell you about it. Other than that, I just need to get you with the expert. All right. So I made a decision, and ironically, I got put in a position that I wanted because of that decision. You following me so far?
Yep.
You don't really understand how powerful a decision really is. When you make a committed decision and you just decide to change, decide that this is the route, that I'm doing this. If I'm moving to San Diego, Tiff, if I'm doing this, this is what it's going to be no matter what. The universe will get the branches out of your way. And I don't want to say branches like there won't be any problems, but branches or leaves so you can see the end goal. Because with indecisiveness comes what?
Anxiety.
Anxiety, right? And anxiety brings uncertainty. But a decision brings clarity. And the clearer you are on what you want, do you think it's more or less possible to get?
More,
The
more
answer is more.
possible.
I got you guys. It's going to be more possible. I'm here for you. Good morning on this Monday. All right.
Good morning.
It's the afternoon if you guys got that, if you're awake. So making a decision. Commit to it once you make it. With me?
Yes.
Any questions on that?
No, I can see kind of like how that works, like energy wise, right? Because like, say you're making money. Money is energy, it's frequency, right?
Currency up.
It doesn't like indecisive energy.
Doesn't like greedy energy either. Doesn't like negative energy either. Negative energy does not get that money,
Mhm.
right? And it's all energy. It's 1000% all energy. And it comes from within. It's not a fake. It's not a smile. It's not I can get by. This is what it's going to happen no matter what. And I can tell you my ride here in high ticket sales has not been handed to me. It's not been easy. Matter of fact, I feel like I've had the hardest journey out of anyone I've known in this industry. Because every time I got at a level higher, it was pulled. It was, let me see this, let me see that. I became the second top closer in my second month. And then I became the worst closer in my third month. And then after that, I became the best closer. No one can touch me for 6 months. But it was because I made a firm decision to be the best. Here's another time that I made a decision, April 30th. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this, I got fired from that job. And I only got fired for an hour. I got fired because I was very negative. Okay. And I let external things get into my internal path. Okay. So I let external things come in and destroy me. And I started listening to them instead of listening to me. So I became very negative, and I went from collecting $70,000 in my second month to $24,000 in my third month. All right. To a promotion, to a demotion, then to fired. And then I got my job back an hour later, and I started back on that Monday. But I went to church that Sunday. And I think the hardest part for me for church was donating money. It was the last part of my belief. I feel like I need to give in. And it was a very special day. I still remember to this day. I decided to give money just to trust, like whatever. Let's see what you can do. You've been talking all this time. Let's see what happens. And I'm sitting there worshiping. And I feel everything. I feel the Holy Spirit, the tingle. But then go home and I think of goals that I want to happen in May. I have 2 new people coming, and I had a goal. So I go in. I tell my mentor, yo, this is what's going to happen. We have a one-on-one. I go, I'm going to collect $100,000 this month. I'm going to be number 1. I'm going to get promoted to be associate of the month. My new setter, she's going to collect 20,000. And my other guy, he's going to collect 10. He's not as good. He has less experience. He needs more time. End of May comes. I collected $108,000. My girl Anna collected $25,000. My boy Calvin had a $4,500 PIF on his second day and then quit. So he would have collected $10,000. And I was associate of the month. Why? Well, because I committed to the decision that I made. And then I stuck to it the whole time. Once you make a decision, the universe will get out of your way. And they will just throw you wrenches so you can pick them up and figure out how to fix the problem in front of you. Make a decision and stick to it. I can tell you right now, you never know when it's going to pay off, but it always does pay off. Any questions on the first 2?
So would you say making a decision gives you like more of a clear path, and being
Yes.
indecisive keeps you on an endless loop?
Decisions give you clarity.
Yes.
Indecisiveness keeps you thinking about the negative, and reality in your head is way different than reality in life. Every time. Every time. Like, think about, like, it's your first day of school, right? First day of a new job. You're nervous the day before. Like, how are these people going to be? You start thinking about, are they going to be mean to me? Like, and your thoughts create a way worse reality than what really is. So again, it's understanding that you need to be committed to your decision, And whatever comes along the way, your job is to grow from it. Okay? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Of course, man. Of course. Number 3. So for the guys that just joined, the first one, so I'm going over how to collect $1 million in 9 months. The first one that I said is ABC. It's as easy as ABC. It's as easy as admitting where you are and admitting that it's okay. The second part of that is believing in the work that needs to be done that you can get to another level. And then the C is committing to that change, committing to those actions, committing to that belief. The second thing I said was I made a firm decision. The third thing is, oh shit. Oh, there's. The third thing is living in fear. Yeah, I know, Curtis. I know. And here's what I mean by that. Everybody on this planet lives in fear. Everybody. But there's 2 meanings to fear. There's forget everything and run.
Face
Or
everything and rise.
face everything and rise, which is another word for faith. But everybody on this planet lives in that fear. The first one, forget everything and run, they're scared of success. They're scared of actually doing the work. And what happens if I succeed? What will I do then? So it's better to keep it in my head and think that I succeeded or think that I could do it versus actually trying to do it and succeeding at it. What do I do now? What's next? The other people, they're scared of failure. And what is failure? Quitting? Not trying? You got to live in fear of what is possible. Face everything and rise, whatever comes your way. That fear will always be there. And it changes every time on basis of what you're doing or what you're chasing. Because there's things that everybody as humans, we're scared of naturally. Who here is scared of some type of success, some type of level of success? Shit, I am. Because you have all these people counting on you now. Like shit, this is scary for me. Like giving you guys this information and wondering if you guys are gonna take it in and use it and like it and then putting it out to the world. That is scary. It's very fearful. But it's also fearful if I don't do it. Because then I'm gonna live in regret. But you have to choose the right fear. And I promise you, everything that you ever desired is on the other side of the fear. Everything. I was scared shitless to go up to a human being and give them a makeup bag and tell them that it's normally $120, but today it's yours for 20 bucks. Scared shitless. Scared to go into a Walmart and go pitch to people walking around. Because I'm going to get kicked out. But I also had a fear that caused me to do it. Because if I didn't do it, I didn't make money. I didn't eat. Again, you can let those fear drive you, but you got to have the right fear to fuel you. One pulls you and one pushes you. And your goal and your job is to find that fear, find that fire that creates the fear that pushes you. And nobody will change and nobody will go accomplish something in life until they want to do it. So you have to want to do it. Here's a little quote for you guys that I saw just to go along with this. The treasure you seek is in that very cave that you're scared to enter. Or if you want to put it like this, that same cave that you're scared to enter has the treasure you so desire. Which means that everything you want in your life is on that other side of what you're scared to do. And how many times in our life, in our head, do we blow it up as if it's so scary? We're going to get so rejected. We're going to die if they say no. We're going to die if I do it. Shit, naturally, as human beings, I feel like we all do. All of us in any, whatever situation, riding a bike, driving your car for the first time. Shit, when I was driving out, when I first got my license, I was scared to make those two-handed left turns, like 2 lanes. I'm like, Mom, how do I know like how much to turn? Like, like braking was scary for me too. Like, how do I know how hard to press the brake and everything like that? Shit, I caught myself driving home from LA going 100 the whole time. Fear. Now I'm scared that if I don't get home fast enough, I'm going to miss something. Different level of fear. Kind of a random example, but it kind of just brings to light that when you're scared to do something and then you do it, and now it becomes if I don't do it type of thing. Right? So choose the right fear, but understand that it's everybody in this world is scared. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yep.
The third thing, I think this is the biggest thing that separates me from everybody in this world. Service. Service people. Don't sell products to people. Sell people on the products they need. Build the right relationship with them. I look at you guys and I serviced every one of you guys in my last job. Every single one of you guys I serviced. There's a reason that every single one of you guys are with me now. And it's because you felt as if I cared more than the next guy. Because I talked to you more than the next person. I texted you one more time. And I texted you saying, how did this happen? Yeah, right? 2 more times. Right? But it's all about service. People, write this down. People will forget what you say. They will never forget how you make them feel. Ever. Don't get me wrong, I say some wild things. I don't have a filter sometimes. That's why I edit a lot of these videos, right? But everybody knows that when I'm talking to them, that I care about where they're going to go. It was never a goal to make a lot of money. I never ever talked to the team, my setters, anyone out when I was a sales director. I never taught anybody to think going into the deal about money. You think about how you can change their life. What does this person need? Okay, for example, I'm sitting here trying to think. I'm on the phone with Drew, and Drew can attest to this. He's probably on the phone though. But I'm sitting here and we're fixing his course and we're trying to get my thing up and running. And I'm like, I have all these people that need opportunities, that need to make money right now. And I'm like, how can I make this happen? So I go, boom, I got it. Drew, you need a DM setter. You need a lavish. And then you need 2 people that they could pass those numbers to. I got someone for you. Bam. And he goes, I love it, bro. You are just looking to service people and give them a job opportunity because you care. And I go, yeah. He goes, you're just really just in the brain focused on how you can service these people. And I'm like, that's all it's about. It's about building a relationship with people. And then those people will trust you with what you have, because nobody's going to stay in their same sales role forever. They're not going to sell the same products forever. But what they could have is the same customers forever. Like, how many people have, got into my YouTube thing that I'm selling? Elias, Curtis, this kid Connor. You're in here too. Because why? I service you. You trust me. So if you have that relationship and you service people, you're not servicing the product, you're servicing people, people will follow you wherever you go. And you got to do right for your people. Service goes further than any money will. Here's what I mean by that. Marlon bought a shit ton of one-on-ones from me. Like, how much did you spend, Marlon?
Too much.
Fuck you, man. That's not cool.
I'm just playing with you.
But he spent a lot of money,
Yeah,
right?
probably spent like 2,500 or something.
That was one time. I think you spent a little bit more than that.
Mhm.
But he probably spent a good 5-6 grand, right? And I only made 10% from that. But yet, and I'm not even with Limelight anymore. But yet, he's still here. Because the service I give him is going to go way further than any amount of money he can give. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money that you have in your pocket or the money that people give you. It's about what you give to those people. Because at the end of the day, it's about this, the love. It's about the effort. Because one day he's going to give me a Rolex because he's going to be so damn successful. And he's going to think me that way. And it's not, I'm going to ask for it. Blue dial, by the way. But it's going to be where it's a gesture because of all the value I have given him for a very low amount of money. Service over money. Here's another fun quote that my boy Frank came up with. I cannot take credit for it, but I absolutely love it. Change over dollars. Change people's lives over the money that they give you. Changing people's lives will give you more money. Service, you get better at service, you make more money. How do I know? Because I was on a flight and I collected $21,000 from my business. I was bored on the plane and bought the Wi-Fi. It was the best decision I could have made. Because then I just got to work. But all I was doing was servicing people. I hit up Nathan 11 o'clock at night on Instagram. What up, bro?
How's it going?
What up, man? And the dude just brought up how he missed the mentorship. He didn't even pay me. I invited him. Because it's about service. That goes way further than any amount of money will. My service will pay for my fucking apartment. Just think about that. You don't need $1 from everybody. You need everyone to give you your time so you can give value. The more value you give, the more people will follow you. Eventually it leads to more money. Service. Change over dollars. Cool. Last point. Does anyone have any questions for that before I get into this last one? No?
Nope.
Stay in the create. It's the 5th one. Stay in the create. What do you guys think I mean by that?
Keep producing.
Keep producing, right? Even further.
Never stop learning.
Never stop learning. Absolutely. So think about it like this. Before there was one-on-ones, before there was apprenticeships, what was there? There was just an academy. There was just agency videos. But me, I'm trying to figure out what people need. And what I realized was the last place I was at, they didn't have a continued education thing. They didn't have something where they can get the students that graduated so good. So I'm thinking about creating, thinking, how can I give these people more value, more service than just one product? So I created an apprenticeship. I created one-on-ones. That wasn't the CEO. That was me. Because I knew that people needed more value, more information to get to a point where they can go to Greece like I did and collect $40,000, or go to Nashville and collect $7,000 on the phone. Because the industry that we're in is all about freedom. And having that freedom is a whole mind shift. It's different than going to work for somebody. And to really get to a point where you can master that and really be free with it, you need all the information that you can get. So you have to stay in the create. I'm thinking about ways that I can get people their opportunities so they can start making money from this. How can I get these people in a position? So I'm staying in the create. I'm talking to Drew. We're building his course. We're raising those prices. We're building out his whole infrastructure. Right. I partnered with 5 other people that need 40 setters and closers. And I'm sacrificing my money on the front end for your, right? I know it's funny, the thumbs up and stuff. For your guys' success on the back end. Because it's not about me and what I can get. It's about what I can give. The more you give, the more you get. But you can't expect to get without fucking giving. Raise your hand if you feel that from me every time you talk to me. Like, truthfully, do you feel like I give instead of just trying to get? It's got to be a fair exchange, Marlon. Don't think, you know. But it's all about giving. It's all about creating for that person until they're able to create themselves. I like to look at it like this, like my child. I would love for my child to know how to drive. I would love for my child to know how to cook. But there's stages of life that I got to give her the right information until she can learn to create on her own. I got to be there for her. I got to help her create. I got to give, right? So staying in the create. Otherwise, you're going to be out created. My mentor said this morning, he goes, you in this industry, you can design the life you want. Otherwise, life will design you. Think about it. You ever talk to someone that's been on a forklift for 40 years? That man was not that negative 39 years ago. He was not that sad. He was not that pissed off. He was not that much of an alcoholic. He loved his wife before, I promise you. You know, he smelled better before. But he was designed by life.
You're right. I don't know 40 years, but I know someone who's been on forklift for 10 years.
And they that person, aren't they, Curtis?
They're pretty close to that person.
10 more years, I'll tell you, they'll be that person. And that's the scariest part. Because what's the difference between him and a successful CEO, like a 22-year-old Casey Cox who's got his own thing going on, or like a 22-year-old Freud Vixamar who makes $1.2 fucking million net at 22 years old with this this YouTube automation shit.
Right.
What's the difference? Well, think about it. What did we just go over? They didn't make a decision.
Nope.
They chose the wrong fear. What else? They didn't service people. They serviced themselves.
They didn't provide value.
They didn't give value. They took. And they didn't create. They were out-created. And they never admitted where they were. They never admitted that it was okay. They didn't believe that they could change. And they didn't commit to the hard work.
You're right.
So if you admit where you are and you admit that it's okay, if you believe that you can change, and if you commit to the work that actually is to take the change, okay, what happens then? You become a whole different person, don't you? What happens when you make a firm decision? Along with admitting, believing, and committing, you make a decision. And then all of a sudden you choose the right fear. You don't let fear overcome you. You let fear push you. Right? And then all of a sudden, now you're servicing people. And then all of a sudden after that, you're starting to create. It's just momentum at that point. But I promise you, you do those 5 things, you will collect fucking money. And that is everyone's ultimate goal, right? Because with money comes what?
Freedom.
Freedom, opportunity, choices. I'm not saying money buys happiness, but I haven't seen someone on a jet ski sad.
Mhm.
You know, it provides opportunity to be happy, right? You're sick, you got money, you got the best doctors. You could pay for the best mentor. Money provides options, and options provide freedom. But you'll never get there if you never admit, and you never believe, and you never commit, and you don't make the right decision or a firm decision, and you choose the wrong fear, and you don't service people, and you be out created. It's just that simple. And I tell you this, every day I think, what's going to happen today? But every day I also think, whatever happens, I know the end result. I'm fucking winning. And it
That's right.
might be a learning day. It might be a day that's slow. But every day is a day for growth. Every day is a day for change. Every day is a day for service. And I literally do this because I want to make friends. But I want friends that are winning with me. You ever heard the story, the phrase, don't talk to someone about your career that only has a job? Yeah. Well, don't, Curtis. They won't happy. They won't be happy. Right? And it's literally like, don't talk to your broke friends about how much money you make every day. So I don't want to not talk to anybody. I want to give people the same information I have so they can do the same shit that I'm doing so we could be at the same places. I'm trying to make room at the table for everybody.
I
Otherwise,
just want my voice in commercial ads.
if anyone didn't know, this is Darth Vader. I am your father.
No, I am
But look,
your
guys,
father.
that's how I collected $1 million in high ticket in 9 months without even being in the industry. It was my first 9 months, and it was my first million collected. Since then, I've only collected way more money, but I've done the same thing. It doesn't matter if I'm selling YouTube. It doesn't matter if I'm selling sales. It doesn't matter if I'm selling this person's thing, that person's thing. I have sold for 4 different companies in one day. I have done 6 different company demos in one day. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, but hey, are you excited? Like, I have no idea, but I know people. And the process for people is still the same. Give value, service them. Help them make a decision. Help them choose the right fear. And let them know that it's okay. Admit it, it's okay. But with the right belief, and the commitment, I promise you, we can change. It don't matter what's in front of you, what I'm selling, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. People want to be serviced. They want to get to the next. That's it.